What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show. And of course, when you see my man Jeremiah, you know we're going around the league. And today we got the other two playoff games that happened. And man, can I say, the second game, the evening game, was the best game of the playoffs. And No, it was. It was the best game of the playoffs. But with that being said, we're going to start with these Chicago Bears. I mean, this Chicago Rams game, it came down to the end. Caleb Williams goes all the way back almost to the 50-yard line and accurately throws a touchdown from almost the 50-yard line, fading away.
Yeah.
And
Fading.
goes into overtime and throws the back-breaking interception, and they lose the game 20-17. What were your thoughts on this game, man?
Man, first thought is that I lost a little money because of Caleb Williams. I had the Bears on money line. That was the last thing I needed for my parlay. That was the last thing I needed for my parlay. That was the first thing, because I'm not a Bears fan, but I'm just a football fan in general.
Right.
Oh my goodness, we're talking about back and forth, but a defensive game, for sure. But it had enough offense to make it exciting. You know what I mean? So it was not boring, not 1 second of the game. Going back to the late fourth quarter throw from Caleb Williams. We talking about a fadeaway from Michael Jordan. We talking about game 6, man. Everything on the line. And looking from how the TV is set up, how the camera's set up, you can't see what's going on in the end zone, so you don't know what's going to happen until it happens.
Well, but you know what? They actually did a good job tracking it. They did. Because they went. When he went back, they immediately went to the wide shot. Yeah, and you see him throw the ball, and they tracked it all the way to the touchdown. And I was like, what? Like, man.
I was trying to figure out how they got open. And then you see the replay, you can see it, because you can't see all that unfold. That's the difference between going to an actual game, because you go to an actual game, you can see the whole field.
Exactly.
And then when you watch it on TV, I was like, how did he get open? Hey, first catch of the game, touchdown, the overtime.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man, that game was amazing. Then you got, as soon as I started turning the corner, I was like, oh, Caleb Williams, he about to
win it.
Yeah, he's about to win it, and now he's changing the narrative. Now there's nothing, because he's done those exciting throws, those throws that that most quarterbacks can't make. He's done that all season,
or won't do it.
Right. And now I'm like, okay, now he's about to go ahead and win. They about to go to the NFC Championship. They're about to be up here in Seattle next weekend. And that's what I'm thinking. And then, like you said, he throws the interception. I was like, what is going on here? Because I don't think he's seen Buddy back there waiting to break on the ball like that. Because DJ Moore really wasn't looking. Like when he turned, he should have looked for the ball. That's what DJ Moore should have did. But it looks like he really don't look for the ball. But that I would tell you, that's what comes with DJ Moore. DJ Moore's a good receiver, but DJ Moore he's still a little childish. I will say that much. He still has a little childish in him. But the fact they're mad, he ended up throwing an interception, and man, that killed there. I was like, once he threw the interception, I was like, Matt Stafford he ain't about to get that ball back. They're about to get field goal range.
No,
they're gonna get field goal range. And you know what? The crazy thing is, they made the same mistake that the Panthers made, right? I understand that they did send them blitz. I'm talking about that on that last play to get
that last play.
Puka Nacua get the ball to run out when it was on third down, I believe.
It was third down.
They did send a blitz. The Rams picked it up, but they played too far off. You can't play that far, Puka Nacua.
Well, no. No, what happened was that he turned it into a hot read. So what happened was that the corner was blitzing. So the corner that was on Puka came blitzing. Matthew Stafford saw it. Puka saw it. Puka immediately turned around
Yeah.
Caught the ball, and then that's when he went for the first down.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that they were playing off. It's the fact that they took the risk and ran the blitz, and Matthew Stafford saw it immediately. Uka saw it immediately, and he shortened his route, turned around, caught the ball, and ran
And
for the
went for the
first
first
down.
down. That was a heads up play.
It was
Heads up
a
play,
hell
man.
of a play, hell of a heads up
Yeah.
play.
But that's what you call what you call rapport, man. You
Yeah,
know, when you
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, go ahead.
Now it's like when you playing with Matthew Stafford for so long, because I think it's his third year with Stafford. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's third year
yeah.
with Stafford, and now you're getting taught from more than likely what's going about to be the MVP and a Super Bowl champion at that.
Right.
So that'll go a long way, man. I wonder what's going to go down when they play Seattle next week.
Yeah, I mean, this is big because you're talking about this is last year. It was an
Yep.
NFC East,
Mm-hmm.
NFC Championship
Yeah.
game.
Right.
This year, it's an NFC West
Yeah.
NFC Championship game. So, in fact, what happened the year before? It might have been an NFC West one. Was it San Fran and the Rams the year
Or
before?
I think it was San Fran Philly.
I think it was Philly. It
I
was
feel like it was
Philly
San
because
Fran Philly when
that was the one that they lost.
yeah, Christian
That was the one they
McCaffrey
lost.
played emergency quarterback.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, but I mean, man, that was a very good game, and I tell you, like I said,
Yeah.
I mean, I was blown away because you talking about it was seconds on the clock when he threw that pass. It was seconds on the clock
Yeah.
when he threw that pass, and I was just like, and I'm standing there, I was like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. And I mean, he phenomenal game.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb to me has been the most exciting quarterback
Yeah.
this year.
I would agree. I would
Last year
agree.
was Jaden. This year is Caleb.
Yeah.
Caleb put on a showcase this season,
He
did a
did.
fantastic job. I understand that he's not going to be in the talk for the league MVP, but he was the most exciting quarterback this year. He
Yeah.
was the one who was showcasing a lot of stuff, and it was impressive. But we're now going to go to the other game that was a defensive game.
Mm-hmm.
Drake May made the plays he needed to make, but him and CJ Stroud seem to want to actually give up the game. Like the defenses
It
of
was
both
man.
teams played
I,
fantastically.
they did.
I mean, the Texans did everything they could. The Patriots, I mean, CJ Stroud, there's going to have to be a conversation
Yeah.
about him because we're talking about like this season. Well, this season and last season, we saw CJ Stroud not use his legs like he did
Mm-hmm.
in his rookie season. And
Yep.
for some reason, I don't know what the hell was going on in this game. He had running lanes and
He
he
did.
chose not to take them. And that to me is absolutely insane. And I know when he goes back and see that film and see the chances that he had to run the ball. Hell, there was a play where he almost threw the interception.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the Hutchinson? I think it was the Hutchinson pass. He could have just ran for the first down. Instead, he threw it, almost got another interception, and you could tell from the moment he threw his third interception, downhill from there. I think
Yep.
they should have benched him in that game. So, what was your thoughts on the Patriots Texans game?
Man, I read somewhere that CJ Stroud is the first quarterback in NFL history. I don't know how accurate it is because I didn't back it up, to have
Mhm.
5 fumbles and 5 interceptions in the playoffs.
Oh
Like
yeah,
just
that was actually a stat that came up on the telecast. He-
okay. I had read it after the game because
okay,
yeah, okay.
okay.
I had the volume down because I was doing two different things at one time. So
Right.
yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah, well that's wild. That's
Yeah.
wild. Now with CJ, Drake May and CJ, they both play like hot garbage.
Yeah.
They honestly both of them deserve to lose the game. The defense is the one that got them to that point where it was actually a close game. They stayed and kept it close. Because if Drake May was playing another team that had a better offense,
Right. They
they
lose.
would have lost. But
Yeah.
CJ had more turnovers than Drake May. Even though Drake May put the ball on the ground a lot of times. And one thing that I was reading about the reaction, it was like, hey, you know what? If CJ Stroud had this bad line and no receivers. And I'll tell you, I say he looking worse than Bryce Young's rookie year on this game.
right.
Because that was Bryce Young. Because no one can name any of Bryce Young's receivers really from that year, his rookie year, because his rookie year, and he had the worst offensive line in the league at that time. But going back to keeping it on this game, the Texans defense got like wasted, man. They've been on top. This had the chance to be one of those top defenses of all time. Just taking it to
that 2000 Baltimore Ravens,
they
that Chicago Bears, that 85 Bears.
They were on that wave, man. And now we got to watch Drake May and the New England Patriots in the AFC Championship.
How lucky are they? Bo Nix out.
Bo Nix, that's a lot. Because think about it, the whole season. Like think about all 17 games of their season, leading all the way up through the playoffs, from the wild card all the way up to NFC Championship. I mean AFC Championship. Now, boy, you talking about luck of the draw? Man,
what? And it was so crazy because we'll transition into that because let's finish about this game. The defenses play well. I think that a lot of people are going to talk about how Drake May threw 3 touchdowns, but not understanding what happened in the game for him to get those 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Those were like sparse, but understand it just as easy as it was. And then they had a defensive touchdown because Caleb threw, CJ threw a pick 6. So they had a defensive touchdown as well. But you know how it is. They're going to say, well, he did still throw 3 touchdowns. And it's like, but come on. Y'all know he wasn't playing that great. But
that's 2 weeks in a row, by the way.
But the Patriots defense stepped up. They stepped up big time. Mm-hmm. And you could tell that the Patriots team is basically a team that is surviving due to their defense. Because if you solely had to rely on that offense and how much the Texans had shut that running game down, they shut the running game down. They pretty much shut the passing games down except for the 3 touchdowns, but they pretty much shut that down. And it just got to a point where it was nothing. The Texans defense had to score for them to stay in the game, but because they didn't score, the game was done. It was over. And again, CJ Stroud just could not stop turning the ball over. I think they might have had 8 turnovers. The Nick Chubb thing. Remember, me and you was texting. I said, why do you have Woody Marks still running the ball? This is a Nick Chubb game. This is the exact type of game you want Nick Chubb to be your number 1 running back. And they chose to go with Woody Marks. And Woody Marks, he had a fumble. He wasn't getting anything done. Like
that was in the red zone too.
Exactly.
That was in the red zone.
Exactly. So it's like that was just a waste. But again, another good game. Patriot goes on to see the Denver Broncos in a lucky matchup. But we're going to transition into that Denver Broncos Buffalo Bills game.
Yeah.
Where clearly Bo Nix was like, to hell with this. Mm-hmm. I could do the exact same thing Josh Allen do. Y'all must have forgot who I was. And he went out there and he put it all on the line to the point at where nobody knew he broke his ankle until
I didn't know
the game was over. And damn, Sean Payton comes back to the podium and says, by the way, Bo Nix broke his ankle. He's done for the rest of the season. We got to go with Jarrett Stidham. What the hell just happened? Mm-hmm. But again, that was an exciting game as well. Like, I mean, when you think about it, that was a very good game also. What was your thoughts on that game?
Very, very excellent game, man. Talking about overtime. Oh my goodness! Bo Nix played well. Even though it's a high scoring game, I felt like the defense, both defenses holding up pretty well against each other. I think it was, but it was still a high scoring game. It was still a high scoring game nonetheless. Mainly because of turnovers. When you get turnovers like that, you're going to get somewhere in your 20s, like mid 20s. In this case, the 30s with the scores. Josh Allen, man, this was his year. This was his year to carry his team all the way to at least the Super Bowl and lose or win. You know
or
what
the
I mean?
championship game, something.
Yeah, because how long? Because the thing is, how long Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs going to be down before they start restocking
Before
it up?
they restock up, exactly.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? And then we don't. The Ravens still got the personnel. Who
Right.
coach they're gonna who coach they're gonna have in this to implement? You know what I mean? It's a
Yeah.
lot. It's a lot of things that can happen in AFC. Football's a funny. It's a funny sport when it comes to year in year out because
Right.
one team look like trash one year and look good next year. You see what
Yeah.
Chicago
Chicago.
is a prime example.
Chicago. The
Detroit Lions is a
Patriots.
prime
The
example.
Patriots.
The Patriots, right? You know what I'm saying?
Minnesota this year.
Right. They Detroit Lions and Vikings both played for the conference, not the conference championship, but they are divisional championship the last game of the year.
Exactly.
And neither one of them made the playoffs this year.
Right.
So you got Josh Allen that didn't get the chance to take advantage of it. He didn't take advantage of it. Mainly the reason why I say is this is what that game is more of his fault because he had the turnovers.
He had the turnovers, and remember, me and you was we was texting at the time because you was at the what's the name, and I said, and you was like, oh, they probably win, and I said, this is Denver. We didn't seen them win at the end of games the entire season, and sure enough, they go into overtime, win it, and again, it was one of those games that was very solid, and like I said, it was just the end because it was like Bo Nix did his post game interview and all that type of stuff, and I sat up there, did the video for the two games. Next thing I know, I sit back, I turn the sound on, I see Sean Payton coming back to the podium, and he's like, "Oh, Bo Nix broke his ankle. What? Wait a minute, what? What?
That's
Hold
wild.
on, what?" And the Patriots they got a window to the Super Bowl. If they lose to Denver, the Patriots and their fan base isn't going to be able to say anything.
Hey, Jarrett Stidham time. Jarrett Stidham.
If he win as their quarterback, it's going to be the biggest disappointment for the Patriots you could ever imagine.
Listen. Hey, the Patriots run might be that Golden State first title run.
You know what? Yeah, exactly. And not only that, Stidham was in that Josh McDaniels system.
Yeah.
So he might know some of those play calls, and it might make a big difference. So, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that was a good game. Now, because you the Seattle guy, what was the energy like in Seattle for that game? Because that was the first blowout of the playoffs.
Let me tell you something. Energy was crazy. I'm talking about just being around like the entire time. I told you I was at the hockey game last night at the
Kraken,
the Silvertips hockey game.
It's not the Kraken. Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't the Kraken. It's the one league below, but it's right here. It's right outside Seattle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But we had got free tickets. I was like, we're already gonna go. We got good seats, by the way.
Right.
We had good seats, by the way. Let me tell you something. At the hockey game, they are literally chanting Seahawks. Like I'm talking about like the announcer having the entire crowd chanting Seahawks. People are looking. They're looking at their phones. They're watching the game. Like they're watching the hockey game, but they also looking at the game. And I know every time they scored. Like I knew every time they scored. So, and let me tell you something. Today I went to church today. The pastor got on the podium. The first thing he said, "How about that, Seahawks?" That's all they're talking about. That's all they're talking about. It's like Seahawks people with their jerseys on, and all they're talking about. I was at the game last night. This and that. That's all they're talking about. And the fireworks are going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But they do got their worst nightmare that they did not want because
right.
They did not want to play the Rams. That's the team they wanted.
A third time around, exactly.
To win. They wanted the Bears to win tonight.
Right.
But now they got to play the Rams. They got to see the Rams. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Man, but the whole energy you are like I said before. Whenever the Seattle Seahawks win, fireworks goes off. Like it's going off for like a while. And then that game last night, as soon as we walk out, saying the fireworks are still going. They're still going. They're still going. Still going.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, Seattle. It was not a joke, man. I mean, they went out there and they laid it on them from the beginning of the game and did not let up. Not only that, I thought that when it got 30-something to 6, I was like, all right, maybe they'll take their feet off to get. Nope. No, we about to throw 2 more touchdowns. And understand, Jackson, Smith, and Jigba didn't have a big game. Neither did
No,
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. No, he
Yeah, I
didn't.
mean,
He didn't need it.
like Kenneth Walker did it all. He did it
Yep.
all. Like I think he ended with like almost like 150 in rushing for total yardage and
You
3
know
touchdowns.
who was that pickup they got from the Saints? That was one of their biggest pickups midseason.
Rashid
Yeah, yeah,
Shaheed.
yeah. Rashid Shaheed. I'm glad he got the division, by the way, because he was burning. But that was one of their big pickups.
Yeah.
That was one of their big pickups this midseason.
Not only that, for him to be like the kickoff, the return specialist that he's
Yeah.
become. Like I don't think he was used that much like that in New Orleans, but he became huge. And like I said again, that I feel Seattle is the most even team,
Yeah.
defensive and
And
offensive. Like it's going to be hard to stop that. It's going to be hard to stop that.
They have like the balance.
Yeah,
They have the
exactly.
balance. And you know what? They can do what the Bears didn't do tonight. What the Panthers did whenever they played them.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't attack their secondary enough.
No,
the Bears didn't attack their secondary enough. Now I got a feeling that if Sam Darnold can have a decent game, they attack that secondary in the Rams. I don't think they got a shot.
Yeah,
if they can attack the secondary, or the Rams. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Or the Rams. What?
I was about to say, or the Rams may have a big offensive game, but the Seahawks got a good defense, so I doubt it.
And I think that's the thing right there. I think the Seahawks, because remember the last game they saw them, they blow them out.
Yeah,
blow them out badly. And I think that the Seahawks are looking at it like, oh no, we're going and we're going to win it. Like I said again, I think that that's their path. It's so crazy because as a fan of the Commanders, seeing guys like Cam Curl and Emmanuel Forbes on the Rams making plays, and those guys were in Washington. and the funny thing about it is the positions we need are the positions that they played.
Hey, what they say? One man's trash, another man's treasure, something like that. But it's just all about system. Be honest with you, system fit.
Yeah, but see, with Cam Curl, there was no doubt how good he was. Like before he was gone, everybody was like, "No, we need Cam Curl back," and they just let him walk. And then with Emmanuel Forbes, I think he just needed a change of scenery for him because they ruined him from the onset and didn't give him an opportunity to really learn the system. So, but yeah, man, I mean. Good games. Like I said, the only game that wasn't good was the San Fran Seattle game. That was terrible. That was terrible because I mean, like I said, Seattle came out and they immediately stopped the run.
Yep.
Like McCaffrey did nothing out there, and they made Brock Purdy look like he shouldn't even be on the field. So yeah, but these games were pretty good. So we got the matchups already set up. It's Denver versus the Patriots, and it's the Rams versus the Seahawks in the championship games. We'll come back and do a video solely about those games so they can both get the respect and the time that they need because this was a big thing. But just finishing off some stuff, CJ Stroud, the Texans are going to have to make a decision on him because at this current moment, you can't pay him an extension yet. You got to give him the 5th-year option right now.
That's what I was about to ask. I said, did they pick up his 5th-year option?
More than likely they will. More than likely they will. Because I think because normally they will negotiate at this point, but because you're talking about 2 seasons in a row. Well, now, last season wasn't that bad, but this season was bad. This season was bad for him. And I mean, he's going to have to prove that he can be trusted to win a game and win games big, because if he don't, then it's going to be a problem. And like, you could see like D'Amico Ryan's face of just like, man, what should I do? I felt he should have benched him. He should have benched him, got him out the game for a minute. Let's say Davis Mills come in for at least like 2 series and then say, okay, are you ready? You got your head back in the game? All right, now go back out there and let's go win it. Like I just think that because you could tell that his whole body energy everything was just in the dumps, and he just could not stop turning the ball over. Even when he wasn't turning the ball over, and guys was just like tipping the ball up in the air, you could just see that his every time he just looked at it as his fault, and it was like, yeah, nah, he's not. They need to sit him down for a hot second, give him a moment to recoup himself, and then put him back out there. But they didn't do that, so yeah, it's going to be something, man. So they definitely going to have to see what goes on. The 49ers, same thing. They're going to have to figure out what they're going to do come next season. They're going to have to find a way to keep those players from getting injured as much as they do. Like they stay injured all the time. The Buffalo Bills, they're going to have to find some weapons. Because it can't be Josh Allen and James Cook. James Cook, they did pay James Cook, but it just can't be them two. It just can't be them two.
You think? I think they're getting their dome next year. I think they get. Are they going to stay their dome next year? If they're not going to the dome next year,
their stadium won't have a dome. They're domeless.
They're going to have a hard time getting players up there. You see what happened to Darius Slay.
Slay?
Yeah. They picked him off the waiver wire. He was like, nah. He literally said the reason. He said two reasons. He said family, and they said, man, Buffalo, man, it's cold up there. He said it's cold. It's cold up. That's the real reason.
Right.
That's the real reason. It's kind of like, man, listen, they changed the rule for the waiver wire for the veterans. Before last year and years before,
you had no choice of who could pick you up.
They didn't have to go through the waiver wire.
Right.
But now, since they changed the rules, they dropped to the waiver wire, like Adam Thielen, and they got picked up. They got picked up by other teams, and it just happened to be the Buffalo Bills, because I'm pretty sure if it was the Rams, Darius Slay would have played.
Yeah, he would have played. Yeah, he definitely would have went. Yeah, he definitely would have went. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be something like what we saw this season. We saw a lot of teams have issues and problems, and they're going to have to figure out. Same thing's going to apply with the Chicago Bears. You know what I'm saying? What do you do? Do you, at this point, is DJ Moore even valuable enough to keep him around? Like you paid him that money, you might just have to sit up there and say, hey, DJ, we like you and all, but you just ain't the guy now. And we got two young receivers here, and we're just going to go ahead and go with them. We're going to go with our young core, and that's going to be it. But yeah, we'll definitely see how the rest of this goes. But playoff games were great. Hey, New England fans, Drake May fans, look, he played well. He played okay. He like the MVP screaming. He might win it. He might win it because there's nothing else that's going to be out there to like really contend other than Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford didn't even throw a touchdown in this game. So that's one of the things that they might sit up there and be like, well, he didn't throw a touchdown in his last playoff game. And it's like,
he had that many turnovers either.
That's true too. He ain't had no fumbles.
Right.
But he was sacked 4 times. He was sacked 4 times, but he ain't had a fumble. So
not a sack fumble though. What's name had a couple of sack fumbles.
Yeah. Because Will Anderson got one. Will Anderson got 2 on him.
2. Yeah,
and then Danielle Hunter got 1. So it was wild, but. Yeah, y'all tell us what y'all think down in the comments below. Other than that, man, like, comment, and subscribe. Because, again, we love interacting with y'all. Me and Jeremiah's going to come back. You want to do the championship game?
Oh, no doubt.
All right. No doubt. So we'll do the college football championship game. And then we'll come back because I want to talk about some of these coaching hires. Well, so far, we got 1. And I got to talk to the Atlanta fans because they had a lot to say, but they were cool. One thing I give them that they were cool on my last one, but they were cool about it. But I do want to talk to them about this hire. But y'all tell us what y'all think down in the comments below. Do y'all agree with us? Do y'all disagree with us? How do y'all feel about how the games went? How y'all feeling right now for y'all who teams lost? How y'all feeling for y'all teams that did win? Tell us down in the comments below. Other than that, this has been your man John Fortune along with my man Jeremiah Street. And this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.